is Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing Jones. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted up out here, he was absolutely out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Going to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run with Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. This will be from 49 yards out. Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Gibson here running out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run off tackle with Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressured that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 10-0 to score after 1 on
Okay, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon.
He'll take it inside the 25. The Buccaneers at 5-8, 3 games under 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On second down, Gordon once more.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 19-yard line. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Fourth down, Jones. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson steps away to his left. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got room. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown it.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Tariq Woolen in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Third and long. It's Wilson. Out to his left. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Melvin Gordon with career touchdown number 75. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line. This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson complete to the running back, Matt Breida.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, when eyes light up, they talk about open field and one-on-one matchups, don't they?
They do, right? That's the reason why we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now Wilson.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw again is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
Sideline throw, able to find Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Jones on 3rd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Juwan Johnson,
75 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Again, he finds more. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Wilson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Feliasade American. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Powers through it. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
Your game to win, offense.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is dropped.
incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there. It'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if this is the offense.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Gordon.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones steps away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
4th down, Daniel Jones exits, and the kicker Aldrich Rosas enters.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Wilson will throw again. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game